Hey everyone, Deeply Discussing Dexter is coming to an end with Season 8, Episode 12, but don't deeply despair. We've got an all-new podcast starting up to take its place. The Deeply Discussing Movie Podcast takes the episode-by-episode style and switches it with streaming movies. Every week, Aaron, Brooke, Zach, and I, as well as some new voices, will discuss a movie you can stream at home and then come listen to our discussion. At the end of each episode, we rotate to another podcaster to choose the next movie. It's like a 21st century book club, but with streaming movies. So you can subscribe to Deeply Discussing, the movie podcast, at its website, www.deeplydiscussing.com. You can do it on Apple Podcast or your favorite podcast provider. Watch the movie for the first episode, A Separation, now on Netflix, and then come listen at deeplydiscussing.com starting April 20th. Again, the movie is A Separation from 2011, and the podcast is at deeplydiscussing.com. Now, on with the show. Welcome, Blood Brothers and Sanguine Sisters, to Deeply Discussing Dexter. I'm your host, Dale Maxfield. I'm joined by Aaron Caldwell.
Hello.
Brooke Merritt.
Hi.
And Zach Roland.
Hey.
And today we're discussing Season 8, Episode 9, Make Your Own Kind of Music. On this episode, Vogel had two sons, but one killed the other. Saxon may be the living son who faked his death in a fire. Dying in a fire sounds pretty good right now. Everyone concludes that Hannah should hide at Deb's. What did you guys think of this episode overall?
Well, we've officially hit the what the fuck territory.
Officially?
I mean, if Season 6 wasn't enough what the fuck for you, here we are at the end of Season 8.
The needle is buried in what the fuck at this point.
Well, and what's bad about this one is that it's not even like fun bad, because some of the worst ones, there's at least some laughable stuff. This one's just boring bad, and that's the worst kind of bad.
Everything that happens in the Vogel story from this point is just garbage. And sadly, that is all we're left with.
I think I actually wrote down the Vogel storyline as garbage in my notes. So yeah, exactly what you said.
Yeah, it just seems like it came so late in the game and didn't really make a difference. And then all of this planning and like everything that happens, it's just like Dexter's. That's it.
There's so much treading water going on.
Yeah.
Just like nothing can happen until the end, so we have a cliffhanger for the next episode, so that nothing can happen until the end for a cliffhanger for that next episode. Like, we got 4 more cliffhangers, guys. We gotta pad them out.
Yeah, it's just so boring.
Well, it starts with Dexter in bed with Hannah. He says he needs to go to Vogel to figure out his next move. Hannah plans to get money she's been hiding with Arlene. Dexter and Hannah say, "I love you." Vogel recognizes the song playing when Dexter found Zach. Dexter finds blood and hair in Zach's photography studio. Vogel says Dexter can't hope to have a life with Hannah.
She's just like positivity. Just absolute positivity. You can't have a normal life. I tried to help you have a normal life by killing all these people, but you can't ever have a normal life. I don't know.
You're perfect, Dexter.
I feel like this whole trope of using like music as like a clue, you know, for like when like this is like a standard serial killer trope, right? At this point now, right, where people use music as a thing and like, oh, can you tell? You know, like it's so boring to me. I'm just saying, it's just so stupid.
Yeah, the song that he plays whenever he's around.
Yeah. It just seems so standard. Like at least Dexter could try, not Dexter himself, but the writers of Dexter could try harder to make it more fun, and they don't.
I mean, this is the third killer that's had a song that he plays, because Trinity did, and the Ice Truck Killer.
Well, this is Vogel's Me Time song. She turns it on, she gets her tea out, and she gets all comfy in her chair and listens to some Mama
Makes her own
Cass.
kind of music.
Yeah. Elway shows the info on Hannah McKay / Maggie to a U.S. Marshal, played by Kenny Johnson of the S.H.I.E.L.D. fame. So good to see him in something, although his character just kind of fumbles around, not really making much headway. Quinn gives Deb Zach's information. He tells her he thinks that Zach killed Cassie. Deb goes to Dexter to find out, but Dexter tells her Zach didn't kill Cassie and that Zach's dead.
Wow.
And done.
Great. Good job.
End of that.
It was a great storyline.
Yeah, Zach. The DNA of the blood / hair found at Zach's lab is a familial match to Dr. Vogel. Vogel said she had 2 sons. Her son Daniel killed Richard. Daniel was a psychopath. He died in a fire in an English asylum. Dexter thinks he faked his death. Dexter quickly puts together that Oliver Saxon, Cassie's boyfriend, is probably Daniel, using some ridiculous age progression and facial recognition software.
He actually screws
It's
this up
so
pretty
fantastic.
bad. He's like,
I love that software.
He'd probably be in his mid-40s now, and so he adds 40 years. I'm like, that's not how that works.
That's not math.
I want to say this is where Facebook got the idea for all of their, like those Facebook aging things or whatever, like what age will you be or whatever. This was the precursor for that.
Yeah.
And it just fails in so many
They always
ways.
make me look like Edward James Olmos. So, I guess good luck with that for me.
Just hanging out by the trash cans.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing here, Dale? I want to save you.
Trash is in the wrong bin.
I actually miss season 6 with this conversation. This is how bad this season is. Can we just go back, but not start over?
The U.S. Marshal asks if Dexter has seen Hannah. Dexter denies it. Batista puts a uniformed patrol on Dexter to protect him. Dexter calls Hannah and warns her about the Marshal. He decides to drive her to Arlene's. Deb tells Quinn that Zach didn't kill Cassie. Quinn convinces Deb to talk to Jamie and try to learn more about Cassie. At Arlene's, Dexter and Hannah get Hannah's money, but Dexter sees the Marshal approaching at the front door. Dexter pretends to be there just as a friend. The Marshal questions Arlene about where her newfound wealth is coming from, and Dexter pretends to admit he's been helping out, alluding to them being a couple.
Okay.
Sugar Dexter.
Okay. This scene is horrible. Not just in general, but like in the sheer mechanics of it. The U.S. Marshal turns and leaves, and a couple seconds later, Hannah and Dexter walk out and then argue in the street for about 5 minutes. Like, you're hiding from this guy that is literally probably starting his car right now. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, if this was the S.H.I.E.L.D. version of that, if that actor was playing his S.H.I.E.L.D. character, he would definitely have caught him by now.
Yeah.
Harrison, look, Aunt Deb, I can write my name. Jamie tells Deb about Oliver and that he seemed way more into her than she was into him.
Why is Harrison proud he can write his own name? He's like 14.
Well,
Yeah.
he also just learned to wipe his own ass, but he's not boasting about that either. So
He still makes Jamie do it, though.
he likes the way she wipes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
She wipes top to bottom. That's the way he likes it.
Jesus.
Wow.
Have you guys ever had a personal bidet? where someone spits in your ass?
I mean, that's not what I call it, but
I've been led down the wrong path in my life.
you might be talking about gay the sex. Quinn and Deb question Saxon. Deb catches Saxon in a lie about vacation plans in the Bahamas. Quinn kisses Deb. Deb says, "Let's pretend you didn't."
But you did.
Yes, let's pretend.
I mean, Deb's got to have a romantic arc this season that doesn't involve Dexter.
And that makes this all okay.
Does it?
It's better than the alternative.
I mean, this is just Jamie getting the shaft again.
We got to get Deb and Quinn back together. It's important.
I was thinking where they were going to get Deb with Oliver for a second. I mean, it really tracks with how the rest of her storylines have gone, right? So,
Yeah, it turns out Quinn is going to be a serial killer by the end of the show. That's why Deb's into him.
I'm here for that twist. Like, that.
Quinn actually killed Nadia.
I was just going to say it.
Deb arrives home. Hannah and Dexter are there. They want to have Hannah hide out there. Deb grudgingly agrees. She tells them that Saxon likely killed Cassie. Dexter warns her to stay away from Saxon.
Here's what I love about all of this. Nothing. But what I think is interesting
Thank God.
is that they... Like, Deb has gone through so much with this, with the Hannah McKay stuff, like from last season to this season, the back and forth, the poisoning of her, the potential boyfriend, just like all of this crap, right? And then like, it's like moving so fast that they, like the expectation of her to be okay with everything that's happened in the last couple of seasons is insane. It's insane. No one can come to terms with stuff like that quickly. No one. It's impossible. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, sure. I'll hide Hannah out while I'm trying to get back onto the force, and I know that there's a U.S. Marshal following me around looking for her, and
time holds no meaning in Dexter.
And eat the food that she cooked for me after she, poisoned me and everyone around me.
Yeah, she fucking poisoned her and almost killed her. And she's like, let's hang out.
That actually makes the conversation better because Dexter's like, stay away from the crazy killer. I'm going to leave this one here, though. So...
And I actually will say the only thing that I almost sort of kind of would have liked in this episode, if I liked any of it, the friction between Hannah and Deb, I thought the scene was pretty good. I mean, there were some good little lines, but still, factually speaking, no, she's not going to eat that salad.
Yeah. I think what eventually wins Deb over with Hannah, like I don't think Deb actually ever likes Hannah, but the fact that Hannah is willing to like not engage with Deb for Dexter's sake. Like she's willing to put up with Deb's shit for Dexter's sake and not fight back or like, speak up for herself. I think Deb eventually like finds that endearing.
Let's hope.
Harrison wishes that Hannah could be his mom. Using a soda can from Saxon's apartment, Dexter confirms that he is Vogel's son. Vogel doesn't want Dexter to kill him anymore. Dexter thinks Saxon is spying on Vogel's computer. He has to write a message to lure Saxon to a restaurant the next day. Hannah suggests that Dexter and Harrison move with her to Argentina, and Dexter accepts. Guess we're doing that now.
Like, they've been talking about Argentina off and on for a year now.
Yeah, but it's always been like her little girl fantasy Argentina will fix all my problems. And now they're like adults being chased by the police, and they're like, Argentina. It's like, let's go to Never Never Land.
Exactly.
Think happy thoughts.
Nothing has meaning in Dexter.
Nothing has meaning in my life after watching Dexter.
I don't know, like the little bullets in Dell's notes where he talks about the little things that Harrison adds to each scene. They give all of this meaning.
Yes, a deep meaning.
Matthews tells Batista to let him know if they can find now missing Zach Hamilton. Batista gives Deb her badge back. She's back as a detective or sergeant, maybe? And Batista says she can earn her way back up. Deb asks for more time to think about it. Oh, Deb. Just keep asking for that time. It's like the 8th time this season already that she's cock-blocked Batista, bringing her back onto the force.
Just needs time, man. She just needs time.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of time.
Hannah cleaned up at Deb's place and made dinner. Deb's not sure about eating Hannah's food, but it doesn't kill her. The marshal tells Dexter he thinks Hannah is gone and he doesn't need protection anymore. Harrison saves the day by calling the blonde woman in his family his mom instead of Hannah.
Oh, thank God.
So
Harrison.
That bullet from like 3 minutes ago where Harrison wishes Hannah could be his mom, that saved her from being captured.
See? Gives it meaning.
Yeah, what would we do if we didn't have Harrison?
I mean, we'd totally be screwed right now.
Yeah.
We'd be fine.
You'd be like, that's Hannah. She's in the closet.
They'd have to have Cody taking care of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was going to say, then asked her to get all pissed off and run away.
Yeah. Go into a teenage huff.
You're not my mom!
Yeah. My 11-year-old daughter has started doing that. It's awesome.
It's good times.
She's 11. I have like 7 more years of that to put up with.
Possibly more.
Well, when she's 18, she's not 100% my problem anymore.
She's society's problem.
She's like 5% my problem. Elway confronts Deb. She never told him that Dexter dated Hannah. He tells Hannah to join Team Elway or fuck off. Dexter poisons Vogel's tea. She still thinks that they're going to commit Saxon to an institution. Saxon sits in the restaurant playing the song over and over again. Dexter has M99 and plans to follow him to a quiet place to take him. Saxon gets into a white pickup and takes off, staring right at Dexter. Dexter finds that his tires are slashed. Harry warns that he might think that Saxon might think Vogel sent him.
So yeah, this scene, it would have been so much better had they chosen the song like What's New Pussycat or something that is just going to infuriate the other people.
But then Saxon have to like beat the crap out of everyone in that diner.
That, or they just all of a sudden everybody just starts leaving until he's the last person.
Is that a John Mulaney thing, the story about playing What's New Pussycat over and over again?
Yeah.
Until like everyone was mad at him.
And then he throws in a different Tom Jones song right before going right back to What's New Pussycat.
Yeah.
It's great. But yeah, this scene is just like, he keeps playing it and it's really loud because Dexter is across the street and he can hear it. So he just keeps playing the song over and over.
Yeah. It must be a fairly inexpensive license. Because it's not like really a well-known... Like, I know who Mama Cass is, but I couldn't tell you even what the title of that song is off the top of my head. So
you got to make your own music.
Oh.
Is that it?
No.
Dexter manages to get back to Vogel's. She's alive and says she wants to take care of Saxon herself. Dexter tells her he's running off with Hannah and Harrison. The camera reveals that Saxon is in Vogel's apartment. She asks him if he believes her now, and he says, yes, you didn't send him. They sit down for breakfast. End of episode.
Oh.
So
Nice little
good,
family breakfast.
right? Just everything about this whole Vogel thing is terrible. She went from at the beginning to like, I don't have any kids, to, oh my God, I can be a mom again. What are you talking about, woman?
Well, and think about, like, what's the best possible story slash... like, what's the best possible thing that can happen as a result of them sort of finding each other again? And my thought would be that, like, they team up to go after Dexter.
Right. That's how I kind of expected that to go when I first watched.
I mean, we don't usually go into spoilers on this show, but spoiler, that's not what happens.
What?
Right. That's why I wasn't sure how to say it. But I mean, if anybody really cares that much at this point, they have bigger issues than if we spoil what's coming. But
Well, I'm out.
Yeah, everybody
I
dies
expected it
except
to be
Harrison.
like her trying to. Yeah.
Go ahead, Brooke.
Oh, I expected her to kind of take on this protective, nurturing thing with him and then go, okay, well, we need to go get rid of Dexter so, she could keep him as her own Dexter.
Yeah,
sorts.
Dexter's a threat to her being with her son.
Right.
And, like, helping him fix himself, or, maybe she can teach him the code and all that stuff, but...
So much has happened this season. I don't remember what. It's like the beginning of the season, she was like pro Dexter, and now she's anti Dexter. She was a never Dexter, and it's crazy. I don't understand it. What's going on?
But it's weird that she's not even really anti Dexter either. Like at this point, you would think it would be pretty much cut and dry. Like, all right, I'm going to side with my son who I thought was dead or whatever. I mean, and she didn't even seem like surprised or feign shock when she's like, oh, he burned up in a fire. Oh, wait. Nope, right here. Cool.
No, she's driven by...
No reaction.
She's driven by ego and being the master manipulator. She wants to have, an army of psychopaths that do whatever she wants them to do.
Which was my initial thought about what this season was going to be, but it's not.
That would have been a better show.
For sure.
Because, she wanted to have Dexter and Zach and be in charge of them. This was directed by John Dahl. He directed 16 episodes between seasons 3 and 8, and this is his final episode of the series. It was written by Karen Campbell, who wrote or co-wrote one episode each for seasons 7 and 8, as well as writing the story for one season 5 episode, and serving as a staff writer for season 6, a story editor for season 7, an executive story editor for season 8. And this is also her final episode.
They went out on a high note.
Yes, always. Best line of the episode.
Jeez, I don't even know if...
I actually did have one. When Hannah says hungry to Deb, and Deb looks at her and says, are you kidding? But she ate it anyway, so kind of null and void, but still, it was a good moment for, 2 seconds.
I did not have a best line.
Neither did I. Because this was awful.
I can write
It
my
wasn't
name.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it to Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mom.
Jamie can wipe my butt. Worst line of the episode.
Look at Deb, I can write my name.
I wish she
that's
could
not-
be my mom.
Yeah.
I pulled a Vogel line when she looks at Dexter, I'm not going to let you kill him. And I'm like, what? Ugh.
What? And How about the performance of the episode?
Do we have to do those still? I mean,
Yeah.
There were characters and performers in this episode.
There were some things that happened.
were there good ones though, or like even not terrible ones? Even Michael C. Hall sucks at this point. He doesn't even care anymore.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it to him at this point.
I wouldn't give it to anybody.
I'll give it to Elway for being divisive and being like, I need you to pick a side.
Team Elway or the highway?
Yeah.
I give it to Hannah for selling us on Argentina.
Sure, I'll go with either of those because I have no one to choose.
Boo.
I will not give it to Deb because she's being manipulated constantly and I hate it.
But is she? She's just asking for more time, bro.
I just need a little more time.
Yeah, like had she got a little bit more time in this episode, I think she would have been able to pull out that performance.
They cut that scene.
And I know we don't do spoilers, but I'm just going to put it out there. Sorry to anybody who does not know this, but in the next episode, she's going to ask for more time.
God damn it.
Well, that's what the show is all about at this point, is let's tread water until the last 2 minutes. And then even the resolution in the next episode won't be satisfying. We're just going to tread water until the last 2 minutes.
I really wish a shark would come by and bite everybody's legs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks everybody for helping, if that's what you did. Thanks everyone for listening. We will see you on the next Deeply Discussing Dexter.